Howdy folks, Two and Proper here bringing you yet another in my series. Whoa boy. Now do you guys remember a few videos back I told you guys, mark my words, I will get a Sig Sauer? I did not lie to you because here it is. There's my Sig Sauer. And of course, since I went off my normal MO, which normally I open my videos with a single bullet on the table and discuss it, and then I roll the gun out. Well, I got excited and stampeded the gun up to the forefront today because I finally have my Sig Sauer. You guys watched my unboxing, but that's not the review, or the impression I should say, since I'm not a gun expert. And I did not neglect the round, by the way. This round is a 40 Smith & Wesson, a very good self-defense round, high pressure, very potent. I firmly recommend it. Okay, now here's going to come the internet know-it-alls telling me how there's much better rounds. I don't care. Anyway, this is the Sig Sauer SP 2022. I am stoked. And the reason I'm so excited about this is because I finally have a chance to get my first Sig Sauer. You know what? It's a matter of cost. It's a matter of value for me. And those of you who know me know that I am all about value. No different with this one. I was going for value. I did my homework. I read reviews on it on the internet. I watched other people's YouTube videos and frankly was impressed. So I decided that I was going to get this pistol. It is every bit the Sig Sauer as its more expensive traditional cousins in the lineup. Now, folks, you're going to have people telling you right away, it's not the same thing. It's not like a Sig Sauer. And they're only saying that because it's a polymer frame. But they're also only saying that because it cost half of what they paid for their traditional Sig Sauers. Because, folks, this pistol here is 450 American dollars. I shite you not. 450. For a Sig Sauer? Oh my god. There are things, though, that set this aside from the more expensive Sig Sauer models. But what sets this aside from the more expensive models is material. First of all, let's get into what it's made of. This is a polymer frame pistol. So that is one of the less expensive attributes of this pistol. As a matter of fact, polymer is less expensive to produce than aluminum alloy frames. So that is going to dramatically take the cost of this pistol down a lot. Dramatically and a lot. Another thing that sets it aside in cost from its more expensive brethren is the fact that it has a slide catch / takedown lever. So this thing pulls out. It's one piece, as you can see. That makes it less expensive than the traditional swing lever type takedown apparatus that's on most of your Sig Sauer pistols that enables you to get the slide off. Well, with this one, it just so happens to be a removable one-piece thing. It may not be as convenient as having a swing lever here that doesn't come off the pistol, but so what? How often are you gonna walk around with your pistol apart? I don't think so. And finally, what sets this aside from other Sig Sauer models is the fact that it came in a cardboard box with one magazine and an additional back strap. It's a larger back strap in case you have larger hands. That's what sets it aside from the other Sig Sauer pistols. But I'm going to tell you what, not quality, not accuracy, and not workmanship. Just the materials. Oh, the Sig purists don't want to hear you say that, but it's a fact. I, if you remember correctly, reviewed the P226. And it's an outstanding pistol. As a matter of fact, I said it was one of the best combat pistols you could ever get, and I still stand by that. This is no slouch, though. As a matter of fact, this has been adopted by the United States Army. Some of their divisions carry the SP 2022. Several law enforcement agencies carry this, including foreign and domestic ones. You know, if there's any other kinds other than foreign and domestic, let me know. That's what sets this aside from the other Sig Sauer models. But if you look at it, and if you operate the pistol, and you check out its functions, and you notice that it has the same Sig Sauer trademark decocker, which are always beautiful decockers. Operates just like all the other Sig Sauer decockers. No difference in the finish. The nitron finish that is on the other Sig Sauer models. Same finish. As a matter of fact, folks, $450 for this pistol with night sights. Now, one thing that I can tell you about this pistol that is a con, I've showed you all sorts of pros, but one of the cons is the fact that it is not good for left-handers. At least not this one. Nothing really ambidextrous about this pistol. I'm sure, by the way this looks, that you can take the magazine release and flip it over to this side. But other than that, it is not very ambidextrous. Ergonomically, the gun feels great in your hand. As a matter of fact, this feels really, really comparable in comfort and natural pointability to my 1911. I'll go with that. I stand by that. It is very comfortable. It feels great in the hand. This is actually the perfect size for my hand, and the magazines come with this little lip on them automatically. I had to order another magazine, by the way. The mag release is in a terrific position, and they're great fall-away magazines right here. Outstanding. If you have to do quick mag changes, there is no problem. Also, it has a tack rail for attaching lights and lasers. This is a double action, single action pistol. Hammer fired pistol. The double action trigger pull I equate pretty closely by the way it feels to, say, the Ruger LCR that I reviewed not too long ago. It's smooth, not gritty, and you can't even hear it. Listen to this. You can't even hear it. There's no gritty sounds, there's no weird or unusual bumps, and then it's just very smooth release. Now watch that hammer again. You'll see it bounce off the firing pin. Kind of lays off the firing pin. That's deliberate. That's deliberate by design. Now, my finger is depressed fully on the trigger still after that last trigger pull, and you'll notice that I can take my finger and push it into the firing pin. Now granted, you're not going to be walking around like this all the time with your finger fully depressed on the trigger. That'd be just dumb. So when you let your finger off the trigger, you'll notice that you can see that little glint of light in there. That's the firing pin. And now that my finger is off the trigger, the drop safety feature of this pistol, or at least one of them, is that you can't push that hammer to that firing pin. Lou Ferrigno, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Thor, Captain America, none of them can push this thing all the way to that firing pin, I guarantee you. Visuals, the night sights glow very nicely, and I'll have pictures of that in the photo video collage. And it's very much 3-dot, with the center dot being point of aim. This is quite an accurate gun, or at least as accurate as the shooter could be. Now, we're going to go ahead and take the pistol down. Now, to take this pistol down, you see right here, there's a cutout, right where I'm pointing. We're going to slide the slide back, and we're going to bring that cutout all the way to this pin, at which point we're going to push this pin right here with just normal finger strength, and it's going to pop that bar out. Here comes the cutout. It's there now, and I'm going to push with my finger. How easy is that? Then you could just pull that bar out one piece, so it's removable. Who cares? Then the slide comes off. Now, if you should be concerned about the fact that this is a polymer pistol, I say worry not, simply because you will know by when you look at this pistol how nicely made and how sturdy and beefy its components are. I take the magazine out. Folks, you've been able to surmise the gun is empty. I've never brought a loaded gun to a table. You'll notice how sturdy and how beefy these components are. Look how thick the metal is. on these steel guides for the slide, everything is made quite well. Now the slide, now you all saw how to take pistols apart, so I'm not going to pull out the spring and guide rod and stuff like that, but it is a non-captive spring and guide rod assembly. One other thing that might set it aside in cost is the fact that it is a polymer guide rod, which has not caused any issues. But if you look at the pistol and you look at its internals, you'll notice that this pistol is made very well. And it's set far apart from the likes of some of the other pistols that I've owned. Not that I didn't like them, but you can definitely tell the difference between a Sig Sauer and, say, a Zastava or a Canik. This is simply because Sig Sauer distinguishes themselves by their workmanship. Definitely outstanding made pistols. Great fun. So to put it back, slide it onto those beefy components that I was telling you about, or you'll see that the slide is on. Now you get your single piece component and you push it right there like this. And push it into position just a little bit, but not all the way, because you're going to slide that cutout again back to where that pin is. You're going to push, click, and that is outstanding. Now I showed you the double action trigger pull and how it bounces off the firing pin. The single action trigger pull, which I'm geared for right now, is it's pretty short. You've got just a little bit of take up. I'm trying to arrange this so you can see the hammer too. Just a little bit of take up, and then it's very predictable. And the reset finally is a great reset. Now I'm going to bring this as close as I can, releasing. How decisive. And then there's just a little bit of take up. You hit the wall, and once you hit the wall, anything beyond it fires the pistol. Now, to compare this pistol in size with other models, I can tell you if you've got a Glock 19, this is about as big as a Glock 19, but I think it's bigger. I am pretty sure it's bigger than that. But now if I'm going to compare it further with other models, I will say here is my SR 1911. So you can see by this angle here that the 1911 is longer and it is taller. Just a little bit, but it is taller. Lengthwise, the 1911 is clearly longer. And widthwise, it is just about equal. And the reason I'm going to say it's equal widthwise is because once I take the rubber inserts out of the inside of this grip that I put on my 1911, because of these finger grips, it is about as wide as this. Now I also brought out another one, which you're going to kind of giggle about this one, but the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield is that much smaller. You can see how much taller the SP 2022 is to that, and you can see how much longer it is. But that's because the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield is designed to be smaller. So this is it, the Sig Sauer SP 2022 chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson, equally great in 9mm because I have shot both and I guarantee you will love them. I'm too improper. Thank you for watching. Following up from this is going to be the range footage followed by the photo and video collage, which I hope you also enjoy, that I put in all of my premium reviews. Thanks again for watching. God bless America, and keep on protecting your families and yourselves is always a very important thing to do.
That's how it's done.